2025 Giro d'Italia, stage 15, here in Asiago, famous for his cheese, up in the region of Veneto, just one day before the rest day. And well, we had a surprising stage winner and a shakeup in the GC. Before I get into that, I want to let you know this Giro d'Italia coverage is brought to you by Bicycle, the best place online to buy or sell pre-owned bikes. Have too many bikes in your garage or shed? No problem. Head on over to bicycle.com/FloBikes and list your bikes in minutes and sell to cyclists worldwide. All right, spoiler alert. One of my favorite riders, Spaniard Carlos Verona, won the stage. The ultimate team helper for years with Team Movistar and one of my go-to guys when I needed help with English, an English-speaking rider there at Movistar, and there aren't many, to explain the situation with their team leaders like Nairo Quintana in the past. Carlos Verona was always my go-to guy, and he's always been the ultimate team helper there at Movistar, and now lately with Lidl Trek, who racked up its 6th stage win in the Giro d'Italia this year, one day after it lost its GC leader, Giulio Ciccone, due to a crash. Carlos Verona came out and shined an attack with 44 kilometers after the Monte Grappa climb and before Dori, heading here to Asiago in what was one of the longest stages of this 2025 edition. I think it's the second longest stage. And you know he's a team helper, dedicated when every teammate came in to give him a hug during the mix zone and celebrate with him his victory, because they know he deserves it after all that help he does for him, including Mats Pedersen came in to give him the old hug there in the Ciclamino jersey as he spoke with us giving the interview. His wife and 2 of his 3 kids were there to celebrate with him. He said, well, it's too much for my wife to travel with all 3 of the children. And Carlos, I'm sure many parents will understand. And there he threw the flowers out to his wife, sprayed the Prosecco champagne, let them enjoy the victory with him as he will surely celebrate this heading into the rest day tomorrow, Monday. There are going to be some riders who are not going to be enjoying the rest day and wondering what's going on with their Giro d'Italia. And I want to talk about Primoz Roglic. And it was in my mind this morning as we squeezed in a quick run through some industrial estate. That's the best we could do out there in the flat lands of Friuli, right on the border with Veneto. Got in a pretty good run, nice pace, logged it there on Strava. I was thinking about Primoz. What's going on? I was thinking about UAE. Why don't they ever play the numbers that they have? And we got some answers today. Early on in this stage, we saw a mega escape form. Now the GC teams, they had riders up there, satellite riders we call them, Martinez, Aliotti with Bora Hansgrohe, Primoz Roglic's team and teammates. Also up the road, Arietta, teammate of Juan Ayuso, teammate of race leader Isaac Toro. Also, Derek G had 2 riders up there, fellow Canadian Hugo Hull, former Tour de France stage winner, and Marco Frigo, who lives at the base of Monte Grappa. Now, there are 9 or 10 ways to go up Monte Grappa. This was one of the easiest ways up, but it's still a damn hard climb. On that climb, the escape was, numbers were going out left and right. Dario Frigo was riding well. At the top of the climb, it was Lorenzo Fortunato, there in the blue jersey of Mountain's leader, riding for Team Astana, also a blue kit, taking maximum points over the top. Enough of that. Let's focus back on the GC race. Now, Team Ineos, they had a plan and they were putting it in place as they have been doing in the other stages, just really lightening it up when the other teams aren't thinking about doing something. And Egan Bernal, there in the Colombian jersey, setting pretty like he had done in the past when he won the Tour de France, when he won the Giro d'Italia, looking, I think, at his best so far. Ineos lights it up. Riders start to show a little bit of weakness, including Juan Ayuso, who was coming back from some sort of a mechanical. Maybe he wasn't showing weakness. Maybe he was just that mechanical and playing catch up. But Primoz Roglic didn't respond right away, and that was a sign for things to come, and we'll get to that. All that was kind of nullified, came back together, down in the valley, the long descent off of Monte Grappa. We saw Derek G respond right away. We saw Richard Carapaz respond right away. Isaac Del Toro, and of course Egan Bernal up there as well. Those guys were leading down the descent. And remember, we have Marco Frigo up the road. At one point, he was leader on the road, and we were wondering, would Israel Premier Tech pull him back to work for Derek G? Because really, at this point in the race, 6th overall at the start of today, and now he sits 5th overall. The team needs to rally around Derek G's GC hopes. And in fact, at one point, he didn't have his chance, Frigo, and he was back with the group and went to work for Derek G. Now, everything was crucial as we were heading towards the Dory climb. We know Carlos Verona at some point is free, he's going to win the stage. What I want to focus on is what happened on the Dory climb. They were nearing the top, around about 1.5, 2 kilometers near the top, and bam, it gets lit up. Cepeda launches Richard Carapaz in the pink of EF Education Easy Post. They want to be in the pink, the Maglia Rosa of race leader, but they still got some time to make up to do that. But this is how you do it. They lit it up. Isaac Del Toro immediately follows, and I kind of wonder why not have Juan Ayuso follow these things. Why not launch Juan Ayuso and make Simon Yates, who sets 2nd overall, Juan Ayuso sets 3rd overall, follow. Isaac Del Toro later explained it's just not the day to do so, but when the heck are the UAE ever going to do so? Anyway, Isaac Del Toro follows. Egan Bernal follows. He launches his own. Derek G launches his own. Everybody's launching fireworks, just what you want to see in the Giro d'Italia, including, yes, the pink jersey, the Maglia Rosa, the Mexican Isaac Del Toro, the first Mexican ever to wear the pink jersey, and en route, perhaps in 1 week time, a lot of racing to come, but could be the first Mexican ever to win the Giro d'Italia. Afterwards, when I spoke with Isaac Del Toro in the mixed zone, he said, it's not that I think I can win this Giro d'Italia, it's just I gotta have faith in myself that I know I have the abilities to win the Giro d'Italia. Isaac, I like your mentality. All these attacks were coming, and yeah, the same rider who showed weakness on Monte Grappa was also showing weakness on Dory, and this time, he was cracked. Primoz Roglic, the 2023 victor and winner of almost every other stage race in World Tour cycling, unfortunately not the Tour de France, when he cracked on the 2020 final TT stage to a certain Tadej Pogacar. Let's let that slide for now. Let's focus on the Giro d'Italia because Primoz Roglic didn't look like he could respond at all. It was lights out. He had his team working for him, always there. The young face, Pellizzari. That kid's bright, shiny, a lot of fun, bubbly. You always see him laughing. You're thinking, how is this young guy working for Primoz Roglic? But he is. But it wasn't enough. Primoz Roglic at the end of the day lost around a minute and a half, I think a minute and a half exact. And up front, while they were drilling it into him, Derek G told me here at the finish, and he said, yeah, let's talk. We'll go over there where there's some space. At the finish, it's always crowded. We're in there trying to get our interviews. I move over there, I'm backing up. Boom! I feel it knock on my shoulder. I'm like, there's some other journalist. I'm like, I need to talk to Derek G. Get out of my way, man. Yeah, it was one I used. I nearly took him out. One of our worst nightmares in those crowded finishes. We be as careful as we can be, but sometimes, sorry, Juan. And Juan said, I said that to Juan. Juan said, it's okay. Juan's a great guy. Doesn't do interviews at the finish, unfortunately. Primoz Roglic, shot off as he does every day. I didn't even have hopes for Primoz today after every day missing out on him. And yes, maybe I should log those runs that I'm doing alongside of the riders on Strava. Anyway, I had Derek G there, and we watched Primoz ride by because that was the rider not riding by Derek G today, but falling behind Derek G. So with Primoz Roglic losing so much time on the GC today, Derek G was the first immediate one to gain in the GC because he went from 6th to 5th, and all the riders behind Derek G bumped up one spot, as you're seeing now on the screen, the GC classification at the end of stage 15 of the 2025 Giro d'Italia. The big loser today, well, it was Primoz Roglic. Unfortunately, the crashes have taken their toll, or maybe he's come into the Giro a little bit undercooked. We don't know, and we wonder if he'll continue in this race. I had a discussion with one important person here in the Giro d'Italia, speaking at the finish before the riders came across the line. I hope he does. I think the team's going to decide after Tuesday's big mountain stage that we have on the horizon. But today it didn't look good for our friend and our star rider here in cycling, Primoz Roglic. For all you Rogistas out there, I'm sorry. I'm hoping for better days. Now remember, he's hoping for the Tour de France as well this year, so let's hope he has a little bit left in the tank to do something in this Giro d'Italia, and let's hope he pulls back and gets ready for the Tour de France. But today, We saw Isaac Del Toro riding so strongly out there, riding like a man in charge, riding like a man who, yes, Isaac, you have the ability to win this Giro d'Italia. But the question is, are they going to play the Juan Ayuso card? The question is, does Juan Ayuso have the strength to do something in this Giro d'Italia? And Simon Yates, I don't really know, but he's set second overall, and we're going to be watching him closely as the race continues on. Celebrating today, a Spaniard just around a short drive to Verona here in the Veneto region, Carlos Verona. Winner of the stage 15 here in Asiago, home of the cheese, and celebrating on top as he has been for so many days now. It's the Mexican, the champion from Baja down in Mexico, Isaac Del Toro on top, stage 15, 2025 Giro d'Italia.